Good morning students. Welcome to entrepreneurship session. Today we are going to understand about, we are continuing with unit 2, that is entrepreneurial planning or enterprise planning, and we are going to understand in depth about what is business. Last year in grade 11 you had a clear idea about what is business all about, but today we are going to see it with clarity. And I don't want any kind of confusion, and this is the area where children or students generally tend to lose marks. You have to pay importance to minor details that are given in the text. Very important for objective point of view, and critically to understand the different sectors in the country, operating in our country. Remember, India is a mixed economy. I don't have to repeat what is mixed economy. Now we'll try to understand what is business. You know the definition of business given by B.O. Wheeler. Business is a continuous human economic activity with an objective to earn profit. Always the objective of business should be to earn profit. In case you are making loss, that is destiny or fate, but you did not aim at making loss. Right? You aimed at making profit. By how you will make profit? By producing or buying and selling goods and services, that is trading. Right? By either producing it or selling, buying and trading, manufacturing is what they are referring to. Now when we talk about business, there are certain fundamental characteristic features of business which we need to understand. These are the essential criteria. If these things are present, only then such an institution is referred to as a business. Number one, if there is a business, there has to be an owner. You call him entrepreneur. So the presence of entrepreneur, a person who is running, it may be one person, two people, five people, 10 people, 50 people, 1 crore people, whoever it is. But there should be an owner, there should be an entrepreneur. He should be the person who is responsible for doing the business. We may say that business is an artificial person, but it is ultimately owned, controlled and managed by a person called entrepreneur. He gave life to the business. Right? So promoter in general sense we call them. So the presence of an entrepreneur. Second, it should be an economic activity. Business cannot be an uneconomic activity where emotions, feelings and all that cannot be measured. Anything that cannot be measured in terms of money cannot be considered as an economic activity. So business should be particularly in terms of money. Even if you are doing if you are a socialistic entrepreneur also, social entrepreneur also, money should be there. The criteria of money should be prominent. So economic activity. Then next one is either you should do production or you should be doing trading. Buying for 10 rupees and selling for 15, I don't have to explain it again. Then sale or exchange of goods and services. This is very important. Ultimate consumer should. If I am manufacturing something and consuming on my own self, it doesn't come under the category of business. When I am selling it to a customer for the sake of profit, then it comes to third person, then it comes under the category of business. Regularity. Occasionally doing business, like in our house also, old newspapers will be there. Milk packets will be there. Old books will be there, which we sell it to the Raddiwala. That is not considered as business. It is an occasional activity. You bought a new bike and your old cycle that you used in the school days, that you are selling it off because you are giving it off in OLX. That doesn't come under business, children. That is an occasional activity. You are not regularly dealing in that. Understood? So something that is an occasional activity, that is not considered as business. It is only referred to as a transaction. So regularity or repetition of the same thing should happen to consider something to be an activity to be business. Right? Then utility creation. Some kind of utility should be there, students. Form, time, place. You know what are form utility, what is time utility, what is place utility. Profit earning. Loss may eventually happen in any business because initially it is not a cup of tea for everyone to have success in business. Some people may struggle in the initial years. Some people may be successful in the initial years and later struggle in the business. So loss is an event that happened, but you did not aim for it. Your aim should always be making profit. If you manufacture at 10 rupees, you should at least be having the common sense to sell it at 12 rupees. Right? Then uncertainty of return and element of risk both go hand in hand. Uncertainty of return. You are not sure whether the customer will like it. Howsoever good market research you have done, you have understood about the customer. But the concept of trend clearly says that taste, fashion and preference of people keep on changing from time to time. Technology keeps changing from time to time. It is so very fast. The space in which things are changing in the world, real world, are very fast. The customer may like your product today and tomorrow he may dislike. He need not be loyal to you. So there is a risk element of uncertainty in return. Every time it is not a salary. Business people don't get returns like every month they are getting 40,000. That you will achieve at maturity stage. It may take many years for you to achieve that stage. Even in that stage you are not sure that this much minimum return you will get. right? Element of risk is inbuilt in business. The greater the risk, the larger the profit, right? So these are all the essential characteristics of business. I have not given notes for this because these are all simple things that you people already know. You are aware of, you have learned it so many times. So I did not want to waste time of yours and mine in understanding this, but if you know what it is, that is more than enough. First one, for a business, entrepreneur should be there. Second one, it should be an economic activity. Then production should happen, sales should happen, self-consumption doesn't come under this thing. Regularity of a transaction should be there. Utility creation should be there, profit should be there, uncertainty should be there, risk should be there. If all these things are present, then it is considered to be a business. Clear? Right. Now, what are all the forms of business organization? This is very important, students. So the thing is, generally the humanities sect generally writes this area very fine, but commerce children get confused. They have a confusion between what is public sector and public company and public corporation. They confuse all the three and write a new definition out of it. So you will be having clarity now. Listen and pay attention to what are all the different forms of organization that are there. Right, forms of business organization. When I set up when I'm saying that setting up a business, that's not an easy task. It involves a choice to be made. What kind of business am I going to do? Every business is a separate and legal entity. It is institutional, it is institutionally set up to conduct a business activity. Now there are three kinds of business, children. What are all those? Private sector, public sector and joint sector. I repeat, there are only three sectors. Do not invent new sectors on your own. I have been seeing through batches that people invent new sectors in this. No, there are only three sectors: private sector, public sector and joint sector. Only three sectors: public, private, joint. Clear? From the point of view of ownership, management and business enterprises, maybe from the point of view of ownership and management, this classification is only based on ownership and management, children. So there are only three: private, public and joint. Now what is private sector? Enterprises that are owned by private individuals, that is common man like you and me. When we own a business, that is referred to as private sector. What is public sector? Enterprises that are owned by government for the welfare of the people come under public sector. What is joint sector? When public sector and private sector join together to form business, that is referred to as joint sector. Now this confusion is, when then public company, a stock exchange they have listed. Now what is public company? See, public company is also one kind of private sector. Private ownership. Common man is the owner. Now you have to think who is the owner. Based on ownership only classification is done. If the owner is government, then it is a public sector. If the owner is common man like you and me, it is referred to as private sector only. Again I am repeating. Private sector are those enterprises which are owned, controlled and managed by private individual, again with the main objective of earning profit. But public sector, main objective of welfare of people, building the economy. Mixed economy we are. Government will also do business na, right? So private sector, the enterprises which are owned, controlled and managed by private individuals with an intention of earning profit is referred to as private sector. Now, Indian economy, public sector and private sector. Under public sector, you have departmental undertakings, you have statutory corporation, you have government undertakings. Department of police, department of water, department of electricity, department of irrigation, department of human husbandry, department of forestry. So many departments are there. HRD department, right? Now, statutory corporations, there are many examples. Governmental undertakings are different. We will be seeing one by one. Now coming to private sector. In private sector, you have 5 kinds of organization. In this chapter, we are not going to learn about public sector because you and me are common man. We can only do normal business, private business. So something that you are not eligible to do, we are not going to learn about it. We are going to learn about private sector. And this is where your project 2 also starts. You will be asked to choose amongst one of these to do business. Yeah? So under private sector, you have sole proprietorship, partnership, cooperative society, company kind of business, joint Hindu undivided family business. These are the 5 varieties. In this, in addition, they have given multinational companies that also come under public, that also come under the Companies Act only. So thereby it is under company only. Now you can do private individuals could start venture as you and me, common man, can start business as sole proprietorship, partnership, joint Hindu family business, cooperative society, joint stock company. 5 ways of starting the business. These are all popular 10, top 10 businesses, private businesses in India, like your Reliance, your SR, ITC, Oil India Corporation, Tata. All these are private enterprises. Got it? Now coming to public sector. Public sector enterprises are owned, controlled and managed by the government or what we saw public authorities or the government with an intention of not profit, with an intention of welfare of people. When I choose welfare of people and when the business is owned, again I repeat, the classification is based on ownership. When the business is owned by private people, private sector. When the business is owned by public authorities or the government, it is referred to as public sector. Right? Now in public sector, again there is a little bit thing, children, you have to understand. The whole or most of the investment and see 51% and above. If 51% and above percentage of ownership is held by the government, it is public sector only. If the public sector owns 49% and private people are owning 51%, then it is private sector. Okay, so under public sector, if the majority of the ownership is by the government, partially like Oriental Bank of Commerce, right? So partially it is owned by private people, but a major shareholding, major ownership is of the government, then it comes under public sector only. The enterprises that are following forms, it can be departmental, public corporation or statutory corporations, and then government companies. Examples of public sector in India: MTNL, BHEL, GAIL. Then just now in BST we saw about the GAIL. Then joint sector enterprises. What are these joint sector enterprises? 50-50. 50% ownership by the public sector, 50% ownership, equal ownership, or sometimes the private ownership is little higher. But the government has a fair representation in the board of directors. That is referred to as joint sector companies, joint sector enterprises. Right? Joint sector is a form of partnership. That is a partnership between private sector and the government, where management is generally in the hands of private sector. It is completely managed by private sector. But the government people also have a fair share of representation in the board of directors. They work together 50-50. Okay, that is referred to as joint sector. The classic example of joint sector is Indian Coffee House. Remember we went to this tourism finance, the Duff and Dump restaurant. That is also one of the examples of joint sector. Private people, NGOs along with the Tourism Finance Corporation, that is government. Both of them, the Telangana government along with them started that restaurant. The dark restaurant also is one of the examples like of that. Right? So with this, we will see the conclusion. One of the first decisions in the business, first unit, you scanned the environment, you understood the trends, you have innovation inside you, the idea germination process happened inside you, so you decided you will do this business. Yes, I am going to do gym business. Like Kush Bora decided he wants to do gym business. So he decided the choice of business. Okay, this is the business you are doing. Under what you will do? Are you going to start a sole proprietorship, private company, partnership? Which form of organization you are going to start? That is what you are going to learn in this unit. So to conclude it, the first decisions that the entrepreneur generally makes into the venture is how the structure of the business should be. Who is going to have ownership? If I don't have funds, what I will do? I will go to angel investor or venture capitalist. Yes or no? I will also go to the bank. So I may ask my friends and relatives. So it depends upon so many things that what kind of business and the structure is going to look like. Some of the businesses generally, this is very important 2 mark question, always repeated in exam, how the entrepreneur makes a choice. He makes a choice based on the control, personal liability, rights and responsibilities, and then lifespan, financial structure. I am a very good person, I have innovative ideas, but I don't have money, I am a pauper. So I have to depend upon now whatever venture capitalists decide, his influence will be more. Right? So it depends upon so many factors like control, rights and liabilities, responsibilities, ownership, financial structure. So many things matter together. Secrecy of business, the legal factors, the legal procedures involved in starting a business. All these factors I will consider. Then I will choose what kind of business I am going to do. Clear? In today's session, what we have understood, I will quickly do a recap, children. In today's sessions, what we understood is, we understood the features of business. I told you the definition of business, that is, it is an economic activity undertaken for the sake of profit, either by producing or by trading, right, by exchange of goods and services. Either I manufacture it or trade it. Then I told you certain entrepreneurial, certain business qualities. What are all required to term an economic activity as business? There should be one entrepreneur. There should be uncertainty. There should be risk. There should be regularity of operations, of transaction. There should also be profit earning intention. Right? All these come under the characteristic features of, it should be an economic activity, come under the characteristic features of what is business. Then we understood the forms of business organization. Forms of business organization are classified on the basis of ownership and management. It can be of three types only, children: public sector, private sector, joint sector. Private sector, an entity that is owned, controlled and managed by private individuals or common man like you and me with an intention of earning profit is referred to as private sector. Under this comes sole proprietorship, partnership, cooperative, joint into family business and your company kind of business. Right? Under company you have public company, private company, which you will see later. Right? Now coming to public sector. Public sector, those enterprises that are owned, controlled and managed by public authorities or government, not for profit but for welfare of the people, is referred to as public sector. In public sector there can be departmental undertaking, government or statutory corporation. Government departments and statutory corporations. Then comes the joint sector where there is 50-50. Where generally it is managed by private people, where a business enterprise is owned, controlled and managed by both the private people as well as the government together, where the private people generally manage it but there is a fair representation of the public or the government also in it. Then it is referred to as joint sector. It is a partnership kind of business between private enterprise and public enterprise. See example, we have seen Indian Coffee House, right? So with this we are concluding that, and after thinking of so many factors, whether you want to, first you have to select which sector and how you are going to do. Usually the common man selects only private sector. You and me cannot choose public sector. We are not representatives. We are not working under government. Right, so you cannot choose that. And joint sector is a rare choice. After you establish yourself only, you can enter into joint sector. The only choice available for common man is private sector. And in this unit, we will be elaborately learning about private sector. Right? Hope this session was a little easy and understandable for you people. My particular emphasis to one of my students, Leher, to go through this video and give her feedback in person to me. Thank you and have a fantastic day. Dada Sham.